Disclaimer! The following video contains discussion about the eventual breakdown of the planet's biosphere due to increased global pollution from shitty humans and corporations that don't give a fuck about the well-being of humanity due to greed, corruption, and a love for yachts. I guess that disclaimer explained most things, but hey, you're still here. If you don't believe in climate change, well, maybe you should consider stopping your belief in reality as well, or general facts, like the fact you're a dumbass. Enjoy! Have you ever been outside on a hot summer day and decided to wear a nice warm jacket, but after a few minutes of wearing the jacket, your body starts to overheat? Then you realize, this jacket has no zipper, and it's ridiculously hard to get off, leading to you getting sick as you've disrupted your body's natural homeostasis? That's kind of like climate change. Except your body is the planet, the unzippable jacket is man-made pollution that exacerbates the greenhouse effect, and the disruption of your natural homeostasis is actually the destruction of the planet's biosphere. How exciting! So before we begin, here's the scoop. The biosphere is essentially the areas of the planet where life is able to live, aka nearly everywhere. However, the planet already has the capacity to destroy the biosphere plenty of times over, and it has many times in the past. But that's a whole different video, which I've either already made or am making, so deal with it. Anyway, there's an uncertainty and a lack of belief amongst many humans who believe the planet is moving through a natural cycle and place no blame on the actions of humanity. At the same time, ignorance is bliss. And let's just say, some people, while they have the light bulb, the power can be very intermittent. On the other hand, a whole shit ton of scientists have said multiple times that humans have added a whole bunch of carbon to the atmosphere, so I'll take their word for it. I'll talk a bit more about scientists later in the video as well. Regardless of what you believe, the facts are that there's more carbon in the atmosphere causing the world to warm up quicker than it has in the past. This data almost directly corresponds to the start of the Industrial Revolution, back when humans realized that machines increased efficiency and smelling like rotten taint isn't a very fun daily activity. Here in Canada, I can actually say that winter has been substantially milder in comparison to my early monkey days when I used to frolic in the snow and make snow angels that looked like they had penises because of my tail. Yes, we do still get negative 40 degrees Celsius days and negative 30 degrees Celsius weeks, where everyone questions why the fuck they live here, and Google searches for real estate near the equator probably spike like a mother. But it's much more short-lived than it used to be, with winter starting later and ending earlier. The future effects of climate change are unknown, and the speculation is very unsettling. But keep in mind, it's still speculation. Nobody really knows what would happen in the future, except when it eerily happens in your dreams. Unfortunately, the effects of climate change are already happening. Glaciers as large as the Italian mid-Ego are melting at an unprecedented rate. In turn, sea levels around the world are rising, which is really bad because quite a few humans live in coastal cities. People that live in some of the hottest areas in the world may not be able to inhabit these places as they get hotter and hotter. Think camping, but in the middle of Australia. And when you arrive, you realize your tent is actually just a blast furnace. Now that's some toasty bullshit. On top of the ocean reclaiming parts of continental land masses, it's believed that climate change may result in exacerbating natural disasters. Worldwide, we may all start to experience larger and more frequent storms, hurricanes, tornadoes, and forest fires, which especially suck when you live in Canada and you just finished dealing with bullshit winter to then avoid going outside because smoky death air is lingering everywhere for months at a time. Mad Max was a really cool movie, but when it starts to happen in real life, shit is pretty lame. Remember earlier when I said I'd talk a bit more about scientists? No? Well, cut down your THC intake. If you did remember, the time is now. Scientists are really smart folk who have dedicated a large portion of their life to proving themselves wrong about things they're trying to figure out. At the end of the day, they're still people with emotions and are prone to suggestion. Corporations put profits over humanity, and oil and gas shitfuck Richies knew about the effects pollution would have from the extraction and burning of fossil fuels for a very long time. But they did it anyways. Remember, yachts can't own themselves. That would be ridiculous. Really, when you think back to a time of kings and queens, the same things probably would have happened. A certain percentage of the population acquired vast wealth, control, and power. They controlled the flow of information to the public, who in turn fought amongst each other while the rulers divvied up the resources amongst themselves. You humans really are predictable, and also apparently still work in cycles as well. The same thing seems to have continued today, where small groups of powerful people have the ability to override basic equality and operate with little to no conscience when it comes to the effect of their actions on others. So what did we learn? The climate is changing regardless if you like it or not. It's been happening for many years before our time, and still continues to happen today. Evil fuckfaces stimulate the changes in climate as they fight to retain profits while the pollution they create destroys the world. Because they don't have to give a fuck. They'll be dead before their horrible effects cause their yachts to sink. What I didn't mention was all the progress humans are making in terms of trying to combat climate change. The world is moving away from fossil fuels, technology is advancing, and the old harmful processes are getting cleaner and more environmentally friendly. People are starting to realize that they have a major negative effect on the biosphere of the planet and want to do their best to ensure the future doesn't look grim and Mad Max-like. I think all these things are great, and I encourage you all to learn more about what you can do when it comes to creating a better future. If you're an evil fuckface polluter, lacking a conscience, the ability to care about the future, and have a musky-smelling taint, then maybe it's time for a change. I hope you enjoyed the video. Liking, commenting, and subscribing is the best way to spread the word of Ween, as the algorithm sees that as a tasty trend. Also, I sell my wares via my online store at OperationLife. Remember, don't kiss the monkey, as you might get Ebola. Stay safe, my human companions, and always wash your hands after playing with genitals. Until next time!